Shit. I'm the one calling the shots. I don't get stuck in the box. Feel like I've been through a lot, holding it down like it's tied to a rock. Everybody all talk, they ain't walking that walk. Learned it all on my own. Everything's self-taught.
Welcome back to Loyal to the Game. I'm your host, John Viveros, and we are here for episode 2. In episode 1, you saw a lot of the introduction, a lot of what Loyal is. And for episode 2, we're going to start getting into more of the stories, starting with Flo, the GOAT of the league, the mystery man. And then we'll get into a Loyal lab with Mitch Mullaney and see another feature with Chuck and Ethan and how that relationship has developed through this league. So we're going to start with Flo and hear from him on his impact in the league, how he's been affected, and how he's really gotten that GOAT status throughout the last decade.
All right, so I'm Florida 813. Originally, I was EA Dante. Been in the league about, going on 10 years now, I think.
Flo is the mystery man of Loyal. Despite being in the league since 2011, Flo is still an unknown to the rest of the league.
It's just like my natural self. I'm just, private for the most part. You're not really gonna know too much about me unless you get to know me. The girls like it that way, so hey, I'm doing something right.
He's a weird one. He's a weird one in a good way, man. Like he likes to stay low key. Nobody in the league knows his last name. Like I said, he's the unlocked character with the question mark.
For the longest of years, Flo used to kick everybody's tail. Only way somebody else was going to a bowl or something, he'd literally take a season off.
I'm 27 now. Yeah, I was in there at 17, 16. Won a couple Super Bowls, more than a couple, maybe like 20, 30.
Flo loves to compete as much as the next guy, but Loyal means much more to him than simply winning a couple Super Bowls.
Basically grew up together, if you want to say that. But, just being able to, talk to them about, sports and life, we kind of relate to each other, We all relate to each other in one way, so. And the sports is that's what gets us all together, Man, honestly, if it wasn't for this league, I wouldn't even buy Madden.
Flo has grown to become a big part of the Loyal family. Family is something that is not new to Flo.
I got 7 brothers. We see each other almost every day, so you know how that goes. I mean, I'm the oldest. There's one right under me. There's one right under him. We literally go down in the row, all the way down to 20. Matter of fact, 21 or 27. So we brothers though. We brothers, so we gonna get on each other's nerves regardless. I'm gonna aggravate him. He gonna aggravate me. I kind of did everything growing up, so that kind of gave me, I was knowledgeable in all situations. You know what I mean? So I could just easily, bring that to whatever I do.
He's a great human being. Besides the game, and whenever you need advice for anything from something simple up to something really complicated. His success in Madden has to do a lot with the type of person that he is. He's a person that is really attention to details, and he don't get caught up in the day-to-day things, and he always tries to look at things at the bigger picture.
Flo has earned the respect of his peers as the undisputed GOAT of Loyal to the Game.
I mean, I recognize him as the GOAT. He is the GOAT of Loyal. He's the best player Loyal has ever had. I think he's the best player still in the league. And throughout Loyal history, he's been the best. And he's ruined a lot of Super Bowls for me.
He talks trash in such a certain way. He didn't say I'm the best. And then he just comes out and just he does it. And then he'll just be so humble about it. I'm like, dude, you make me mad just doing that.
At one point in time, the big story was, especially the first couple of years, could and would anybody beat Flo, or as it was then, EA Dante, to get a ring?
I want you to see me. I want you to be at your best when I play you. Well, I don't even want the injuries to be on because I want to play you at your best. I just want to beat you to the point to where I know you tried your hardest to beat me, but I'm going to beat the shit out of you just to let you know Flo is the man. Not to sound cocky, I'm basically good at everything I do. And everything I put my hands on, I'm just good at it.
Whether you refer to Flo as the mystery man or simply the GOAT, there is no doubt Flo is an irreplaceable part of Loyal.
I could just be God's gift, to this earth. You know what I mean?
For a lot of the guys, Flo is a really tough guy to figure out. In and out of the game, he's become that mystery figure. But over the last 10 years, he's really cemented himself as the best player in Loyal history. So to break down his play calling, break down his skill in the game, Mitch Milani is here to give us a Loyal lab on Flo.
What's going on, Madden fans? It's Mitch here to break down the Season 1 Super Bowl and how Flo approaches offense, how he, in key situations, is able to dictate, diagnose, and destroy defenses of his opponent. So on this play right here, it is a 3rd and 11. 5:45 left in the second. He is up 7-0. But this is a key 3rd and 11. He actually ends up scoring on this play. On this play, he comes out in a bunch set to the right. And you're going to see Flo's key concept on offense here. He loves to be able to maneuver the user and really make the opponent make a decision on where he is going to cover. So here, you'll see Flo go to this play a couple times in a big situation. There's 2 routes on this play that get open, as you'll see. There is a deep post over the middle that's actually open. He probably could have thrown that, but Jungle bites on that route. He takes that deep post away. As you can see, his user right there over top. The other guy crossing the field gets open for a touchdown, and that's because Jungle bit on the deep post and didn't cover the crosser. And that's exactly how Flo is reading it. He's reading deep post to crosser. And that's why he's able to go up 14-0 in this game. Because he sees what you're doing as a user, sees how you attack the deep post, and then comes back with a crosser underneath. This is the same play. You'll see it clearly here. Jungle first bites on the crosser, but then takes away the post. Flo sees that and immediately goes to the crosser. That is great offensive football right there, and that's why Flo is able to win the first Super Bowl in Loyal. He's going to go exactly to the same play. This is 4th and 3 here. 14-7, he's up. End of the half, same exact play. He's going to make Jungle decide where he wants to go. And actually, Flo makes a mistake on this play. It's funny, but he still converts it. So do you see the deep post? It's going to get open here. Instead, Jungle hesitates. He hesitates because it's 4th and 3, and he knows that Flo only needs 3 yards. So he's thinking he's going to go short, but instead Flo is thinking the reverse. He thinks I'm going to go short, I'm going to go deep. So he goes back to the same crosser on this play, even though the deep post is open, and he converts for a big play and for a first down. That is Flo. That is Flo's offense right there, and that's what makes him special. We're going to take a look at this in the Loyal Lab. Back in the Loyal Lab, here to break down the formation and the play that Flo utilized to convert on key 3rd and 4th downs to beat Jungle in the Season 1 Loyal Super Bowl. It's out of gun bunch offset. You can find this formation in the Carolina playbook. The play is double post. He utilized double post as well as speed dig to convert on Jungle zone coverage. Flo loves plays where you maneuver the user. And what I mean by that is the user playing on the linebacker, in this case Jungle, has to choose between 2 routes to guard. And on this play specifically, he has to choose between the R1 and the circle. And on both plays, you'll see Flo go to the R1 on this play. So the play breaks down, and you see versus cover 3, it gets open. It crosses the field, and Flo is able to make Jungle bite on the circle, the deep post, and then go to R1. This is exactly what Red meant when he said, Flo is great at showing you something and then showing you something else to counter it. So essentially, Flo wants Jungle to see that he's going to R1 and then be able to hit circle over top versus a different coverage. or make Jungle change his defense. And that's the thing with Flo. Why he's such a great offensive player is because he's able to see the coverage you're in and hit you behind it, because he knows once I hit R1 a couple times, that guy's going to change what he does, and then something else on this play is going to be open. And that's the true form of any great offensive player, is the ability to see your coverage, diagnose it quickly, and always go to the correct guy. And that's the case for Flo with his play calling, the type of plays he loves to run, and how he executes those plays. It's not as much about the play itself, but about knowing versus every coverage where I'm going with that football. And that's why Flo is the GOAT.
It's no secret that Flo has a lot up his sleeve. He's become the best player in Loyal history. But let's switch things over to a different side of Loyal. We talked with Ethan and Chuck about their relationships through Loyal, their experiences, and how they've been impacted over the last 10 years. This was a relationship that existed before Loyal. So we wanted to hear from them on how Loyal has changed their lives forever.
Ethan was a friend of my brother's. He's about 6 years younger than me. And my brother and him growing up were really good friends. When my brother passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, Ethan became a really good friend of mine. We were friends before that, but we got really a lot closer after that happened.
I've known his brother that passed away a few years ago. I was his best friend in high school, my freshman year. So I've known him since my freshman year in high school. So when I was about 16, 17 years old, I've known him a really, really long time. We played basketball before the quarantine, and we started playing again about 3 weeks ago. And then I fractured my ankle. I feel like it's a fracture. Then I got COVID, so now I can't play. So now I'm just waiting. But we play every Tuesday. We talk, maybe not every day, maybe every other day, about Loyal sometimes, maybe about, we play poker a lot. So me and him, his brother, and his dad used to play cards all the time when they lived in Fort Wayne. So we kind of got it started in that. But that's mostly the two things that we do, poker and basketball.
I actually kind of saved his life. I mean, I know he don't like to talk about it that much and probably won't admit it the same way, but he was having some issues back home up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I actually drove up there to get him at 3 a.m, essentially.
When Ethan was at his lowest, Chuck dropped everything. He supported him and gave him a place to stay.
I think I scared him a little bit because I said some stuff. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. This is the end. I'm over it, blah, blah. I was a young kid, man. I was freaking 22 years old, saying some stupid stuff.
But he was in a really low point in his life and called me in the like 3 a.m, talking about stuff that he shouldn't have been talking about. And me being me, and I'll be honest, if it hadn't been anybody around that was close enough for me to go drive that I was in the league with me, I would have went and got him.
Then I just woke up, and then he's like, just stay on my couch. I was like, what? He's like, just come stay on my couch, man. Just get out of Fort Wayne, because Fort Wayne's just, not a very good place to be. So he just come stay on my couch, and I was like, okay, I guess.
And that's what I did with Ethan. I went and I got him, brought him back down. He moved in with me. His dad loves me for it and everything. We grew closer, basically like my little brother, staying in my house.
So my dad dropped me off in front of Lucas Oil Stadium. There's a Shell station right there. He dropped me off right there with just a bag and a pillow. All my clothes and just a pillow. It was it. So Charles picked me up, and I slept on his couch for probably 6 or 7 months, dude. I finally got a job at UPS. And then I met my wife that following year at his New Year's Eve party. And, he's one of my best friends. And, I'm sure he thinks of me as his brother, and I think the same of him.
Just as Chucky supported Ethan during his toughest of days, Loyal came together and showed its true colors for Chuck.
I had told everybody what was going on, and I think LT hit me the morning of and was like, hey, where's your dad's showing going to be? What's going on? And I told him, and I didn't really know what to expect, but I got there, and there was a wreath from Loyal, and it actually said Loyal on it. It kind of surprised me, honestly. It was pretty touching to get something from them, and it was definitely unexpected. So
people may, like I said, talk trash, but at the end of the day, when they sent that wreath, man, that kind of like put Loyal over the top for me.
It meant a lot. That was one of the worst days of my life, and it was something to help bring me up a little bit, you know, to know that there were people that cared and really, you know, gave a shit about what was going on, you know, that it wasn't just about Madden. Obviously, it wasn't something they had to do, you know, they really were friends.
And his brother died, I think, a year after that in a car accident on his way to a family reunion. I feel like without Loyal, I don't think Chuck would have gotten through what's happened to him.
Loyal has been the glue for Chucky and Ethan, showing support when times were tough, but more importantly, allowing them to grow closer as friends and brothers.
Loyal has definitely been a big thing for us. It allows us to be able to talk more. I think if we didn't have Loyal in the group and the Madden that we were playing all the time, you know, the potential is there to fall apart a little bit, where you're not actually seeing each other but once a week and talking about once a week. Whereas with Madden and Loyal, we're talking every day.
What I like about the league is, I mean, we all talk crap to people, you know, to each other, but at the end of the day, if something's going on, they'll go ahead and you know, come and send you a PM, like, hey, what's going on? Like Flo did that the other day. So I didn't expect it from Flo, but everybody really cares about everybody in this league. And it's not just a game, it's a community. It really is. We may get heated sometimes over the game, but may get some things said that shouldn't be said. But at the end of the day, we apologize and say, hey, you know, it's a lot of love. It really is a lot of love.
Who knows where Chucky and Ethan would be without Loyal? Loyal and its members have provided love through their stages of grief and have become the agent to bonding the friendship that exists within Chucky and Ethan to this day.
That was a great story from Ethan and Chuck on how their relationship has grown through Loyal. Thank you so much to them and to Flo for sharing their stories, and to everyone that helped make this episode happen. We are so excited to continue to share the stories of Loyal and to continue the journey to the Super Bowl. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for episode 3.